Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Final Fantasy XVI. Last time we left off, we reunited with our beautiful birdie, Ambrosia. And yeah, now I can call you whenever I want by, was it holding down the, whatchamacallit button or whatever? Let's read this stuff first. Order of Knights instituted by Empress Annabella in one of her first acts as vicereine of the newly established imperial province of Rosaria. They are tasked with purging the impurities from the province, which in practice primarily involves slaying bears upon the slightest pretext. Being made vicereine of the newly annexed Rosarian territory, the Empress Annabella quickly established a host of loyal imperial soldiers, the Black Shields, to maintain order. Those branded as keepers of the peace, their true purpose is to carry out what has come known as cullings, or brutal massacres of provincial bears and those who showed them sympathy. The killing is swift and indiscriminate, with the Shields dispatched serving as judge, jury, and executioner, and the chaos left in their wake is usually enough to deliver entire settlements to ruin. Second in command of the Cursebreakers, who assist with the coordination of their troops' bear liberating activities under the supervision of his captain, Doris. Formerly a slave soldier for the Fist of the Republic before being freed and taken in by those he now calls his brother and sisters in arms. Okay, so we just need to return to the hideaway now. So we can go ahead and do that and see where the story takes us from here. Hopefully Nectar will allow us to check out the bounty board.
Where's Gav?
Where's Gav indeed? A new missive has been delivered to Clive's chambers. Alright, we also have State of the Realm updates. Yeah, okay, so we got a few things to go check out. Let's go check this out really quickly.
That broom's as ragged as
Nectar, can I please look at this yet? Wondering a new board behind me is. Fine.
Here for another of my lectures.
Ask about Vivian. Let's talk to you. We haven't talked to you yet, it seems.
One would think.
My role was abundantly clear by now. I offer you and yours the guiding light of knowledge, that of matters military and political, both past and present, that it might illuminate your way ahead. For it is only by understanding what has come before that one might steer one's way towards a brighter future. Your role, meanwhile, is to ensure that I remain furnished with as much information on the state of the realm as your people can muster, in order that I might continue to appraise the dispositions of the great nations and those who rule them. And of course, to pay attention during my lectures. It would not do well to appoint the storied Ninetales as your tutor, only to disregard her expert advice.
I admit.
When I took up my professor's bonnet and began teaching at the University of Canver, I did not think for a moment that I would one day count Sid the Outlaw among my pupils. Nor did I imagine that my fellow educators would have designs on my life, and we both knew how that ended. Has it been a year already? Such is the peril of an overly inquisitive mind, I suppose. One is wont to uncover that which others would go to great lengths to ensure remained hidden. Were it not for you and our mutual friend having come to my rescue, my curiosity would have proved fatal. But instead, I was not only saved, but granted a new lease on life as a personal tutor to a band of outlaws, no less.
A far more reputable fellowship.
Than anything in the academic world, I assure you.
My beloved homeland.
The crossroads of Valisthea, where only one has to stroll the streets to hear news from every far-flung corner of the realm. Its mother crystal yields more shards than any other, and its lands even now remain untouched by the blight. It is a blessed country indeed.
Or at least, it was.
Until Senbrek elected to invade and establish a new holy capital upon Twinside's heretofore neutral shores. Pains me to see the land I love so changed, and even more, to know that I did not predict it. I knew that Emperor Sylvester had designs on the Dominion, but to abandon Oriflamme, the seat of the Holy Empire since its inception, seemed too audacious a move even for him. Alright, and you said you had an update about the state of the realm?
Details here.
I mean, yeah, we can look at it, but I don't really need the updates there. It almost feels like sometimes that the game like gives you too many things like that to check. Like, I feel like just having tomes would be enough. I mean, the affinity chart is cool, but like the journey so far map and everything is it's a lot to look at. I mean, it's very, very useful if you ever are behind on the story, of course. But it basically just exists to give me a notification and make me feel like I gotta swipe it away at the current moment. Hey, Gav. But, I mean, more information is never bad. I'm down with it.
Clive! Oh, I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
While the two nations beat their shields, the rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the mother crystals.
Yeah, I mean, this is as good a time as any.
4 mother crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's
It is, sorry, just pausing at my thought out here. It does make even more sense that, what's the place called? The Crystalline Dominion, has the crystal that specifically gives off the most crystals. Like, the most crystals are mined there, since it is like the trading hub, basically. So.
near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rossfield.
Lord Byron Rossfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rossfield. And you're a Rossfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune, along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
Yeah, okay, so we're not going for who I expected. I thought Kupka was going to be the main antag of this particular chapter, but seems no, we're going where they would not expect us. I do love Gavin. Like, he's so fun to be around. New facilities. The following hideaway facilities are now available. Alliance reports, the patrons Whisper, and the Hunt Board. All three are located near Otto and the Mess. Good stuff. Alright, so now we can go check in on those hunts with Nectar. And I might even have new stuff to do.
What are we waiting for, indeed?
Think it's alright to touch him?
I don't know. You go first.
Torgal! Oh, the kids want to play with the puppy. It's a big puppy. I would love to play with Torgal. Torgal's like a boy. Alright, what do we got here? Bird by any other name. Forgive my insistence on writing you these silly letters. Would that we had more time to speak to each other in person, but for every day we spend together it feels as though we must suffer another two apart. Gladdened to hear of your most unexpected reunion with Ambrosia. Or should I say Whiteheart? You told me once how your chocobo sacrificed herself to protect you that night at Phoenix Gate. And here, so many years later, we find she has spent her life doing that exact same thing. Defending others. Some things never change, do they, Clive? That's neat that we get little updates like that. It's cool. And then, yeah, we have, the other Wall of Memories, Ambrosia's Tack. Cool. Alright. So, yeah, I guess we should just... I don't know why I walked back out here. Ooh, side quest down there. Alright, seems like, before we get into some more main story stuff, we're gonna be doing a little bit more of the side questing. So, might as well go ahead and take care of some of this stuff. We've never even been to this part of the place, so... nothing to do with Blackthorn. How we doing?
Chocobo, chocobo, why can't you fly? What good are your wings if you can't reach the sky? Flap harder, says bluebird, flap harder, says crow. Flap harder or into the oven you go!
Okay. Is this a baby chocobo? Or is this just like a chicken? You're singing to it like it's a chocobo. Hey, I think it's a baby chocobo, maybe. I think it is. Because, yeah, I mean, you're talking about it. Alright, well, enjoy your Twitch streaming career, Jackin.
Did you come through the forge today? It smells like a still.
It would explain Blackthorn's foul mood. All that pounding must be splitting his skull.
Blackthorn likes his alcohol. You leave him alone. He does good work, even though he's drunk off his ass all the time.
About as much as a bothersome boy.
Ooh, hoo, hoo, damn. Solange's dropping it on this kid. Alright. Hello. I am here. In the backyard. Okay, so our grow beds. I imagine our friend is over here. The one that was so insistent about finding things to do with, how to make stuff grow in the blight. Foundations of Valisthean botany. More ball tendrils. After excising from the trunk, dry for 3 to 5 turns of the sun until brittle to the touch. Grind in mortar and add to warm co-world milk to remedy gout, melancholy, and mood sickness. Ew, cat milk? I guess it's one of those things where it sounds weird to me because it's not something very common in our society, but I mean, I don't know, maybe it would work. Caution recommended when harvesting as the host may grow disquieted. Yeah, I bet. Experimental record, bow mill, head botanist, mixed equal parts first-rate vineyard humus from Galton's bales with deadland soil. Of the 6 cuttings planted therein, 2 survived to flower, only to wither and die within a sinnite. Even amalgamated with the finest imperial loam, the blighted earth is still affecting a nutritional deficiency. It might be remedied with some further source of nourishment, saltpeter or potash, or the dung of a racing chocobo. This shall be the subject of a next round of experiments. Yeah, that's the one I was talking about, Bomb Mill, the one we worked with before.
It's not the ether. It's the water.
Is that so? Alright, Bomb Mill?
Now, Martelle,
Nope.
you'll try your apples soon enough.
Hey, look at our little apple tree. This is a cute little
See,
garden.
I was hoping to speak to you.
Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, it's just, well, as you know, we've been trying to grow fruit down here.
It's good to know that something of the old hideaway still lives on.
Martelle's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but look at it now. All our hard work's finally paying off. I took it on, you see, after she died, and now the fruit's finally ready to eat. And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact. She bred the bitter right out of it.
Impressive. And welcome news to more than a few, I'd say.
I thought this first harvest could go to the curse breakers, on account of all they do for the hideaway. You couldn't take them some, could you? Seems better them coming from you.
Sure.
It'll be nice being the bearer of good news for a change.
Thank you. She always had a soft spot for that lot, see? And once they've had their share, I'll see to it that everyone else gets some. Here you go. Martelle apples, they're called, in honor of her memory. You hear that, Martelle? Today's finally the day.
Who was Martelle exactly? Was that the character that I helped out that was like, Bowmill was like, I don't care about the person you went to go save. I cared about the, what was it, soil or whatever that we had to get. Was that Martelle? So she passed? I'm assuming that was her. Assuming. We can probably look in the little affinity chart thing to find out exactly who it is. So we could get some confirmation on that. I've kind of got to head back up that way anyway, so. Actually, I don't need to go to the atrium. I just need to go here. So, let's head back over this way. Yep, Blackthorn, you're stinky. So yeah, we need to go back over there. Alright, that'll be good. We can check the affinity chart to see who exactly Martelle is. I like to, you know, have context for these things. Oh, hey, Jill.
Your uncle always seemed a kindly soul, if a little eccentric.
Uh-huh. A little eccentric, huh?
If you're worried about our supplies, we've plenty. Karen's seen to that. Though we're always one missed shipment away from disaster.
I like the quilts there. Alright, so, what do you got to say, Fabian?
You two look like you could use something to eat. Here. Courtesy of Martelle.
Oh yeah, this is the follow-up to this. Here we go. Should have looked at the description for those.
Martelle. Now, where have I heard that name before?
Weren't she the girl from the Furrows?
Course she was. An odd sort, that one. Loved plants more than people.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked? Wait.
These aren't those apples, are they? Well, I'll be. She'd have been proud, and rightly so. Thank you, Sid.
You're very welcome, friends. Alright, cool. So that's that update. And then the next one that needs something is right there.
Apples were enough to curdle your gut. But these beauties are as sweet as you like.
I'll have to pay the boys down in the backyard a visit to tell them thanks.
That's nice. Alright, Vivian.
And how may I assist you today?
View the state of the realm. I think I just want to look at the grand cast here. So, maybe Martelle is not going to be listed here. Yeah, she probably wasn't important enough of a character. Hideaway, yeah. Yeah, I don't think she was important enough as a character to be listed here. Unfortunately. Yeah, that makes sense, I suppose. She was kind of a minor character. Okay. Hello.
Doesn't sound like it. A gift from the backyard. For your service.
Basket of Martelle apples grown and picked by Cormac for sample by Hideaway residents.
Blimey, these take me back. I haven't seen a Hideaway apple since. Old Sid was the only one who could stomach the things. He'd nab 'em right from the branch, make Martelle livid. Not that anyone could stay mad at the man for long.
That sounds like the Sid I knew, all right.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you? Hang on. These aren't Martelles, are they? I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy, not in the Deadlands. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work didn't go to waste. Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over for me, will you?
Not so much as a thank you. Well, I've got some manners at least. Thanks, Sid. You can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the others get their share. Oh, and give our compliments to the gardener, won't you?
Will do.
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards.
Okay, Goat.
Fancy a look at the list, do you?
Hey Goat, I'll ask about you.
Oh, same old.
In it, Otto's got me reading through the reports coming in from our allies and picking out what problems need dealing with now and what can be saved for later. Still early days back in the old place, so I can still just about handle the job myself. State of the world now, though, I need Dee's help to sift through it all. That's just a sifting. Actually solving any of these problems is a whole other headache. Curse-breakers take the urgent stuff, and we're stuck waiting for the volunteers to handle the rest. You ever find yourself at a loose end? Well, you know where to find me. Much has happened since that night. Feels like a lifetime ago. We'll never forget those who didn't make it. Kenneth, Martelle, they're still with us in our hearts.
Sid.
When I found out he was gone, I thought that was it for us.
He's still with us too.
With us, and then you. He took his name and gave us hope when we had none. So I suppose that is to say, don't be a stranger, eh? Hideaway ain't nothing without its Sid. Alright.
Here you go.
And nothing to view here.
Always something in there.
Hello.
Oh, Clive. Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
I like how you said there's always something, but there definitely wasn't.
Does that mean someone else is taking care of our friend's donations?
Oh no, that's still me. It's just Karen has her toll, Blackthorn has his hammer. I thought a new name might liven things up. I still catalogue every item that arrives, in addition to setting aside those tokens of appreciation the sender has specified are to be presented to you personally. Would you like to see if we have any?
Okay. Ask about Desiree.
Business is busy.
On top of my regular duties here at the Whisper, Otto's piled countless other tasks from transcribing and sorting Stolas reports to penning needful missives. Not that I'm complaining, mind. I enjoy writing. I have ever since I learned my letters from Jara back in the old hideaway. Won't claim to have been his best student, though. That honor goes to Shirley.
Still.
I'd like to think Jara would be proud of me, too. Were he with us today.
Words are immortal.
They live on in others, and if the words are your own, so too will you. You know who told me that? It was Yara, our last lesson before Titan came. Stayed with me ever since his passing and inspired me to become what I am today. Imagine we survivors all have a story like that. Someone who remains with us even though they're gone.
Your benefactors are a generous lot.
Completing side quests will earn Clive renown, inspiring nameless benefactors from across the Twins to donate money or items to Clive's cause. Visit Desiree at the Patron's Whisper in the Hideaway Mess to view current renown level and accept any donations. So... interesting. Your merry band of outlaws and dashing deeds of dare and do are all the talk amongst the ladies of the court. We have gathered together several items of worth that might continue your gallantry. Heartstruck Dowager. And 45 for just one meteorite? Orders one built on pride. What does that mean? We are too proud to give thanks where it's due. We may have failed Martha once, but never again. The blood axes. That's cool. God, a meteorite is 45? I have so many of this shits. I'll take the ability points, thank you. That's much more worth it. Oh, wait, does it not actually consume it?
I gave you that one, didn't I?
Wait, because I... Really?
Here you are.
Oh, I just get them for... Okay, so it doesn't cost renown. I thought it was a currency. It's just when we hit certain thresholds, we get rewards. Okay, so that's just free. One meteorite seems small compared to the previous thing, but I guess meteorites are rarer. I do have so many of them, though. I do like the ability points, though. Here you are, Kupo. I've been looking all over for you.
What's the matter, Nectar?
Matter is this, Kupo.
The hunt board. It's where the Cursebreakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat to our operations if they were left to roam free. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Was that what you wanted to know?
Of course not, Kupo. I know all of that already. That's why I need your help. As I need not remind you, I am the mightiest of all the Moogles. No fiend of the forest or ghoul of the greensword can measure up to Nectar the Bold, Kupo. So I need you to slay them all, Kupo. God damn, I had to read that fast.
Right. Well, leaving your mightiness aside for the moment.
Nectar 2 OP.
They are going through a lot already. What with the blight and the war. The last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. So if the Cursebreakers are too busy to help, then perhaps I can. Or at least I can try.
Oh, thank you, Kupo. So good to have found someone who understands me, Kupo. I'll stay here then and keep an eye on all the billets that are passed on the board. So if there's anything you need to know, Kupo, I'm your Moogle. Okay, ask about the hunts. Did you see all the billets marked with the location? That's where the horrible horror in question was seen. But you can't be expected to memorize every last place name in the whole wide realm. You're only human. So if your place name doesn't tinkle your pom-pom, Kupo, try reading the witness's statement. Sometimes there are other details and it might help you track down the nasties and finish them off. Okay. Precisely what you see before you. The curse breakers note down the details. Post the billets here. Important duty of painting a big red cross of each and every one you cut down so that everyone can sleep at night. It's about Nectar's adventures. Did I ever tell you about the time I visited the Great Continent, Kupo?
I don't think so.
Of course I didn't, because I've never been, Kupo. Look at these wings. They look like the sort that might carry a Moogle across countless leagues of open sea. They call me Nectar the Bold, not Nectar the Stupid, Kupo. God, when will it be that you can start playing as Moogles in, like, Final Fantasy XIV? Do you see that the Cursebreakers give every billet a rank of riskiness, Kupo? From this thing could kill you with a single swipe to a 7-nation army couldn't scratch this thing's skin. I'm sure you'll be fine, Kupo. Well, not sure, but that's one risk I'm willing to take. Cursebreakers don't just tack up any old rumors this board, Kupo, you know. They take great pains to verify every little detail, Kupo. So don't let you getting all their hard work go to waste. Don't you let me, I mean them, down. Okay, there we go. Now we're good. Alright. Reports of fiends terrorizing the countryside are posted to the hunt board in hopes that fearless heroes such as Clive will take it upon themselves to hunt down and slay the notorious marks. Alright, so the Ahriman I already got, and I already got the reward for that. Treader coming in by the way of Kaer Norvent met with a troop of Cursebreakers traveling in the opposite direction and warned them of a wicked winged harpy on the road ahead, his eyes wild and flickering. Though the Cursebreakers saw nothing untoward on their own journey through the pass, the sound of cackling laughter from the trees ensured that they kept a brisk pace. Clairview Sembrake. Okay, and then the Broken Hilt and Rosaria. Ports have received of a wild avis of striking size, making its nest atop the hill adjacent to Eastpool. So adjacent to Eastpool and Clairview Sembrake. Alright, well, I think I'll probably go check that stuff out. But I do need to run back over there really quickly. Alright, here we are, we're back. Just thought I would cut that out, it was just a bunch of walking.
Send their thanks. And their compliments. They were clearly very fond of Martelle.
They remembered her. After all these years. I suppose she was very kind. Even to a tongue-tied lummox like me. You were one of the good ones, Martelle. Why did you have to die? She put everything into her work. She wasn't going to rest until we had fruit sweet enough to enjoy. And now we do. When she died, I named a sapling after her. And now it's a full-grown tree. Martelle lives on through the fruit it bears.
And through you. Her dream would have died with her, had you not kept it alive. That's something to be proud of.
I didn't do anything really, but thank you. You're kinder to me than I deserve.
By the way, Otto's expecting some of your crop. And I wouldn't mind some of it either, if that's not too much to ask.
Of course not. I'll see that you're both well provided for. They like your fruit, Martelle. Isn't that wonderful? I'd say it's about time we planted you some siblings, don't you think?
No, there we go. That's a sweet resolution to that quest. Nice. And we get a pretty good amount of money and even some renown. And I get Martelle's apples displayed in Clive's chambers. Yep. Basket of slightly stunted, somewhat sweet apples grown from the blighted earth thanks to the dedication and perseverance of one woman, Martelle. May she rest in peace. Still, we'll grow something worth eating one of these days, and when we do, you'll have first pick. Yep, so that is the girl. I just specifically remember that quote from her. Damn. Martelle. What a terrible way to find out that you passed. I do like, that's something I will say I appreciate when games do. Xenoblade does this a lot and stuff. You actually give, like, the little side characters and stuff, like, you build upon them, you know? Like, you actually have stuff going on with them and have, like, personalities for them and a dedicated, like, story for them. and stuff. It makes the world feel that much more alive, whereas, you know, in like some games, you know, NPCs are sometimes just like a walking tutorial, or they say like one thing and that's all they ever say. But it's neat, even with the side characters, to kind of get to know them and find out that you know, they're people, because it makes the world feel more alive and more lived in. It's the small things, you know? So I'm down with these side quests, even if that basically was just like a, you know, effectively a fetch quest, except I just had to deliver stuff. It was still nice to get some extra context for that stuff. These heathered highlands, one might catch a glimpse of Rosalith Castle and everything else in between. I can't help but notice I can't go anywhere else, so yeah, it looks like we're just heading to Hawkscry Cliff. Can't really do much else now, can we? So, but yeah, that's one of the things I like about Xenoblade Chronicles specifically, is it does that a lot, where it makes side characters even have like a whole story arc, basically. It's cool.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
Yeah, it's best left to dominance, like Torgal. By the way, can we read anything interesting here? There's just various updates on a few characters here. Like an update on Jill. Yeah. Update on Sid. Lost his life to the Beast from Beyond. Passing the title Sid the Outlaw to his protege Clive. Dominant got an update? There's only ever one Dominant for each icon. Some awaken at birth while others are chosen later in life. They may not look no differently than the other one. They not only cast elemental magics without a crystal, but also transform themselves into beasts of world-shattering strength. Why was this listed as having an update? Faithful Scout. Though he lost an eye during Hugo Kuka's attack on the old hideaway, his scouting senses remained undimmed. Here we go. Look at those big paws. Look at those big beans.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
It's okay, Torgal. I'm sure you're gonna coming into your icon soon. Don't worry.
Do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
Okay, so I still can't travel anywhere else, right? Oh, okay, now it'll let me. It just wanted me to see that cutscene first, I guess. So 3 reads, Martha's Rest, Eastpool. So Eastpool is where one of these bounties that I needed to do was. So I want to try and work on these really quickly, and then we'll move forward with the main story some more. Alright, yeah, that's probably it right there. So I remembered that it specifically mentioned the broken hilt. So it doesn't actually add a journal entry, which was kind of annoying. So I will have to like go back and refresh myself on the various things, but yeah, here you are. You're definitely the one I'm looking for. You're quite large. Belphegor, rank B. Alright. Let's go, Belphegor. You have like a weirdly human face. Alright. Ooh, okay. Ooh, you're level 30. go. Ooh, just barely. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Alright, so let's go ahead and drop one of these. And do a gouge. There we are. Alright, let's go ahead and drop one of those. And boom, boom, boom. Okay, Belphegor. I think you're probably going to be going down, friend. Uh-huh. Big precision dodges. Whoop, he recovered too quickly. Alright, let's go ahead and drop one of these. Ow! Shit! No, swap potion. Thank you. It's like Clyde's exasperated. Fuck. There we go. That's all I was trying to do. Uh-huh. You do hit kinda hard. I'll give you that. Not hard enough though, friend. There we go, that's what I was trying to do. Beautiful. Alright, that wasn't so bad. Notorious Mark slain. So now I just need to go find the other one, and this should get me enough renown to get the new rewards as well, which will be cool. Neato.
Hope there aren't any more of them.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. I could go for another one. Hey, when I got back here to the hideaway, it told me I had a new missive, probably about that beast I just took out. And there's my apples. So, awesome as well. Kind of gives us an idea of how far we are into the game, I feel. An apple a day. Lad from the yard ran up with a basket of Martelles just this morning. Sweet as honey and crisp as the morning breeze they were. Told myself I was only going to have one, but I reckon if no one listens to old Otto, I don't have to either. He let Nigel and his lot know they'd done a fine job. Was a time you'd catch none but Sid supping on these, what with their foul bite. But for him, they were never about the flavor, it's about what they represented. Our ability to make it on our own, and now look at us. Said to be proud. Yeah, and that's a follow-up for the Fruits of Her Labor. So I came back to get an update on where that bounty target is, because I don't quite remember. Ah, cool. So here on the menu, it lists marks available in this region. So it's in Clairview and Sanbrec is specifically where it talks about. So I'm going to go over here and just look at the local map once we get in here and kind of figure it out from there. I think this is probably it. That certainly looks like a harpy to me. Hello. Alrighty. How we doing? So you're like a version of the things that Garuda shot out. Aruna. So you're only rank C, so you're not even as hard as the previous one I fought. So this shouldn't be too bad.
That's what I think it is. This isn't gonna be easy.
Ah, it'll be easy, Clive. Don't worry about it. That was a really delayed attack. Alright. Owie. Here I was saying it was going to be easy and I'm getting my shit rocked. But your attacks are not what I would expect sometimes. Uh-huh. Alright, quite easy to bring you down. That's good, that's what we want. Okay, yeah, you do not have a lot of resistance to this, which is good. Uh-huh. Uh-oh. It didn't get placed at the right spot. That sucks. Ooh, that really sucks. Didn't get it placed in the right position. That sucks. Ooh, okay. Uh-huh. Hello? Gotcha. There we go, that's what I wanted to do. Knock you down there, give you some gouges. Ow. Okay, you're gonna get broken from this for sure. There we go. Let's go ahead and use one of those. Not gonna be able to get too much damage in here. Alright, let's go ahead and pop this just to get some of my gray health back. Ow. Hello? There we go. That was the wrong time to do that, actually. There we are. Good. Drop one of these. Alright, and we can start working you over. I didn't mean to use my little lightning thing earlier. Ow. Couldn't quite tell what was happening there. There we go. Uh-huh. Boom. There we go. Okay, I think we got this. Yeah. There we go. Semi-prime finish. Good, good, good. That wasn't so bad. And hey, we have 95 of that stuff now, and I got a clouded eye. Nice.
I know I will.
Good stuff. So now we go back to the hideaway, because I can get some good stuff from over there. From the the donation thingamadoohickey. Whew. Alright. Got a lot done. Wrapped up a bunch of bounties and stuff like that. Oh, it's ragged as goat's locks it is.
So Mather's alright.
Alright. Hello, Desiree.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Is everything we've received and
Alright, so yeah, I have 5 more renown I need for this. Such is the renown of Sid the Outlaw that much of my clientele would rather spend their time prattling on about your endeavors than making any endeavors of their own. For that, I feel I owe you at least a portion of my earnings. A particularly enamored sort left this on the nightstand. May it serve you better than it did him. A busy courtesan. I wonder who that could be.
Best of luck out there, Sid.
Thank you, thank you. So, Berserker Talisman. Or Ring. Temporarily increases attack proficiency with each precision dodge. Oh, hell yes. It doesn't tell me how much, but... Ooh, yeah. Let's take off the gouge damage for that, I think. Yeah, no, that'll be good. The Berserkers of Southern Ash, known for their fearlessness on the field of battle, were known to wear these rings not only on their fingers, but pierced all over their bodies from head to toe. Scholars now believe the unnatural courage they displayed was a result of extended exposure to the concentrated ether imbued in the jewelry. That poisoned the blood of its non-bearer wearers and induced madness that ultimately became associated with battle frenzy. Cool, cool. Alright, I'm happy to get that. So, world map, and we go back over here to Hawkscry Cliff. There we go, so that's all the side stuff taken care of, and we even made a good amount of story progress today. And I can do an hour-long episode today. I'm feeling it. I got the time. I'm ahead on recording and stuff, so... How we doing, Death Blossoms? I'm getting worse at the magic bursts, I feel. Like I'm getting worse at timing them. Need to practice a little bit more. Yeah, see, sometimes it feels like it's better just to end the combo because the magic burst seems like it's really useful for like stacking multipliers and stuff, but against like normal enemies like that, it seems like the best way to handle them a lot of the time is just to knock their asses down. Come on, Ambrosia. I wish I could fight mounted on you. When do I get my Blank de Chocobo song in this? There we go, I made my own. Alright, so it looks like there's just a bunch of Chocobo around here. Bunch of Chocobo, sorry. R3? Hello. I mean, they're level 24, I should probably level up, right? Bing. There we are. The bluey. I could have sworn there was a thing I could get that made it so like my charge shot would just build up automatically. Was that a skill or something that I could get? That's still such a weird attack. Just spin your sword at them. There we go. More up here?
Time to fight.
Hello? Hi, Death Blossom. I mean, I probably don't need to be fighting all these enemies, but I'm like, why the hell not?
It's over.
The Blamzo. Done. Okay. And yeah, luckily this area is pretty small, so honestly there's not really much that I'm gonna be missing here. I wanna know what these bluebirds are. Like, are they not Chocobo? Like, what are they then if not Chocobo? They just kind of exist. They do drop goblin coins though, which is nice. Although I have more money than I know what to do with at this point, frankly. So we can't go there. I mean, that's probably where it wants me to stop off first. So, why don't we just do that? We'll stop off here first, and then it's probably gonna have me go the other way towards like Old Hill. Is that just a funny way of saying Old Hill? Old Hill. It's just an old hill. Okay, that is a pretty funny name. Alright. Hello. I mean, I know it's a different way of saying those things. It might be like an old English version of that or something.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! I think we're loyalists.
Jill, look.
Black shields? Yup.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all, for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
Have you considered giving up this whole Black Shield thing to, like, I don't know, read audiobooks? Well, they don't have audiobooks in this world, but do something with your voice. That's a cool voice.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
Alright.
Fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
All right. I heard you the first time.
Well, things seem to be happening here, so I think we'll go ahead and end this episode off here. We made a pretty good amount of progress today, so Hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for some more.